the shade to be loved. Wherever you are, I'll find your smile again. A lighten up your days. I'll never give in, so don't you ever lose your faith. Trust that I will stay. I'll always be here. Faith, know that I have changed. I'm never leaving.
The writing's on the wall. All right, enough of the countdown. What's up, people? What is going on, people of the internet? YouTube, it's been a hot minute. How we doing? Hope we're all happy, healthy, wealthy. Today is Tuesday, May the 12th, 7:39 p.m. Top of the evening to you all, or to wherever you may be in the world. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Hope we are all happy, healthy, and wealthy. If you are new here, my name is Gio, and I teach you why the market moves the way that it does. If you are old here, welcome back. And if you are in the Nexus, shouts out to you. Okay? Hope we're all doing well. Today, I want to talk about the price action that's been going on. And I want to talk about what I think is going to happen. And I want to talk about what I'm looking at and the trades that I'm looking for. Maybe we can take a couple of trades live. So, if that's the case, I must remind you that all content presented is a complete joke and should not be taken seriously. Gio is an incompetent 5'2" and 3/4 wannabe singing non-financial advisor. Crypto's a scam. Making money online is impossible. Global warming is real. And the earth is flat. Viewer discretion is advised. In other words, do not follow me, because I don't know what I'm doing and I only paper trade. All right. So, first of all, how are you? Let me know how you are in the comments. Let me know where you are tuning in from. Drop those flags, baby. I want to know where in the world you are. I am from Toronto, Canada, and I'm doing okay. Okay? My apologies for my absence on YouTube as of late. It seems like all I do is be absent on YouTube, but I've been having a lot of health issues. I'm not going to lie. Last week, I had migraines all week, so those health issues persisted. Those Oregon, all right, shouts out to Oregon. Those health issues persisted, and you know, it is what it is. Chicago, I met this on the girl from wait, I met her on the way to Chicago. All right. By the way, can we get a quick mic check? Are we a quick sound check? Are we okay? Are we doing all right? London, West Coast, okay. Canada, West Coast. Shouts out Canada. Shouts out Canada. Anyways, yeah, my apologies, guys. I've been having some health issues as of late, but listen, last week was hard, man. Last week was super hard. Shouts out to Texas. Last week was super hard for me. I had migraines all week long. Am I sure it wasn't antivirus? I think so, man. I think so. Okay. So let's talk about what is going on. All right. Montreal. Shouts out to MTL. All right. Anyways, I'm feeling better. I'm feeling better. So that's good. That's good. Okay. Let's talk. We're in the Big O. Cottage Grove. I'm in Toronto, bro. I'm in the GTA, actually. Brethren, I'm in the GTA. I'm not downtown, but I'm in the GTA. Portland, Oregon. Shouts out to Oregon in the house. Where are my Aussies? Aussie. Okay. So, let's talk, okay? The title of this stream is the top end or something like that. And I want to talk about it, okay? I want to talk about what we've been discussing in the Nexus. By the way, in case you don't know, And I'm not going to sit here and promo the Nexus. I don't feel like it, honestly. But we do stream every day. So despite me not streaming on YouTube, on the public YouTube, I stream every single day. I'm working 24/7 in the Nexus, okay? So I want to go over what we've been looking at, what we've been discussing. Okay, if you've been around me, you've been around my channel, you've been around my Twitter, which I highly recommend that you follow because I can't get to you guys always. So like last week, for example, I wasn't feeling well, so I wasn't on why is it doing this? So I wasn't feeling well, so I wasn't on YouTube, but I was giving updates on X. So the link for that is in the description down below if you are interested in following me there, because I do give pretty good threads over there, okay? And anyways, if you've been following me, you know that the long story short, okay, let's go to Bitcoin. Let's start on Bitcoin and let's keep it super simple. Okay, I want to keep it as simple as can be. Okay, ever since we had this distribution on Bitcoin, okay, we have obviously first of all, what's your structure? What is your high time frame structure? We have high, we have low, we have lower high, and we have lower low. Ever since we had this structure put in, we had potentially a redistribution right over here. Everybody said this was a head and shoulders. I don't call it head and shoulders. I call it a distribution. I call it a Model 2 distribution. Okay. As soon as I saw this third tap of the Model 2 distribution, I got extremely bullish. Why? Because I knew that number one, it didn't make sense to distribute from here in the first place. And number two, this does not look like a strong distribution for me. Okay. I've made videos on this, so I'm not going to get too in depth as to why. Go watch those previous videos. But the long story short is the target of your head and shoulders or the distribution, okay, is the low of that distribution. And you can see here, right on that low, we accumulated. So we had a 1, we had a 2, we had a 3, we had a Model 2 accumulation on that low. And all I did was use common sense. If this is so bearish and this is a distribution, why are we accumulating on the low that should be sending price much lower? Think about the word distribution. What is it? You're getting rid of things. You're selling, right? If this was supposed to be so strong, why are we accumulating right on the low? So the moment I saw that accumulation, it was actually right here. I was actually bullish prior to that. But the moment we broke the structure, we had down, we had up, we had down, we had up, and we had break. I said, we're going to 86K. Actually, prior to that, I said 86K. But since then, I was saying 86K. And the long story short is why? Why 86K? Well, we have one of our strongest zones up at 86K. Okay. And there are zones along the way. Am I content with the high being in from here? Yeah. Right? I wouldn't be shocked if the high was in by any means. But I like the 86K zone. And I do actually think it can go higher than 86K. But 86 was my kind of target. Okay. And so on Twitter specifically, and YouTube, but mainly Twitter because I haven't been feeling well, I've pretty much just maintained my bullish bias. You know, the Nexus and I, we've been super bullish. We've been longing. And, you know, clearly things have been working out pretty well. On Twitter, I updated everybody and also on YouTube that on this move to the... So when you have a low, what's your structure? You have up, you have down, you had up, and then this was your down, but your down accumulated. And you flip the structure. So that means that that your previous high, this was your target. Okay. So I knew we were going higher. It was very high probability that we were going higher. Okay. As soon as I saw the accumulation, I maintained my bullish bias. And then not only that, but every single distribution along the way failed. Okay. I said 86K in a couple of days. Lol, over a week ago. I'm surprised, to be honest. I'm surprised that we haven't popped yet, that we didn't pop yet. I was pretty surprised, I will say. But anyways, every distribution failed along the way, including here, okay? Including here. And this is our most notable distribution, the most recent one, okay? After we had the distribution, we popped up again. So not only did we accumulate on the low, not only did we have a significant rally, not only was I one of the, not the only one, but one of the only creators that were bullish, because the majority of the world was bearish, especially on this move to the upside. I've made elaborate videos explaining why, in terms of sentiment, I think we're going higher. I've made many videos discussing why I think that it's very unlikely that it is going to be a bull trap and that it's actually a bear trap. I said many people are going to be in denial. You know, I said all those things. I stated all of those things. And keeping that in mind, the most recent price action that's important is this failed distribution as well. So once again, we failed to distribute. After that distribution failed, what did we have? We had down, we had up, we had down, we had up, and we had break. So we're targeting the high, no different than we did over here, okay? And then now we are where we are, okay? The reason I took you in this whole historic little journey that we just talked about is because in order to understand where we are and where we may go, we need to understand how we got here and what the context leading up to where we are is, okay? So I mentioned earlier that I'm content with the high being in. Content with does not mean that I think the high is in, okay? If this ends up being the high, then this ends up being the high. It is what it is. And obviously we're going to go down. There is nobody that is discrediting this liquidity. There is a lot of liquidity below, okay? A lot of liquidity below. We did hit an important zone. Do I want higher? Do I like higher? Yes. Am I content with this? Yes. Okay. I am content with it. Okay. So now how do we know, or how can I, in terms of TA, okay, with the way that I specifically trade, how do I confirm that the high is in? Because I'm not here saying that I think the high is in. I actually think the high is not in. But what would change my mind? Okay, what would change my mind? And it's very simple, okay? For me, the number one thing I do is what? When in doubt, does anybody know the rest of that sentence? When in doubt, what? I will carry on. I'm going to have some of my water, some of my hydration. When one of you answers, when in doubt, blank. What do I always say? Beautiful. Structure out. Okay. When in doubt, structure out. Okay. So, when in doubt, structure out. So let's structure out. Let's structure out. Okay. Let's structure out. We're going to talk about USDT dominance in a moment here. Okay. But let's structure out. Okay. What's your structure? So we know that this, like I just said, was a failed distribution. This, boom, 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 failed distribution. And then that structure flipped up. Okay. So your structure right now, we don't need to take it from all the way at the low. It doesn't really matter. We're waiting for high time frame structure to flip anyways. We have low, we have high. We have higher low, we have higher high. This higher, did this take that high? I don't even know if it did. Did it? Yeah, it did. Okay. So we had low, we had high, we had low, high, lower low, and then we broke up. Okay. So all that doesn't matter. All this historic shit doesn't matter. Okay. And then what's your structure? It's low, it's high, it's higher low, and it's higher high. This is my structure currently. You might ask, Gio, why are you skipping this wick? And the reason I'm skipping this wick is because only BTC USD is the one that only BTC USD is the one that made that wick. Okay, nothing else made the wick. So if I was gonna draw my structure on pretty much anything else, let's just say we're gonna draw it on MEXC. There's two ways to draw it. We're gonna draw it from this low. It's either low, high, higher low, higher high, or it's just low, high, low, and then high like this. Okay. So what does that mean? That means that we have two important lows that we need to pay attention to. We have this guy here. This guy, I'm going to delete the structure now because we don't need it. We have this low all the way down at 74K. And we have this low at 78.1K. First of all, bro, how can I still be bullish when I have a clear M pattern? Did I say that I was bullish? Or did I say that I don't think that the high is in? Okay. By the way, you spelled your incorrectly. So this is my TA as of right now. I have two important lows that I have to take into consideration if I'm going to be able to confirm this top. If this second high took the first high, if the wick was like this, then I would have to say that if we were to lose this low here at 79.1, especially with the candle close on the daily time frame, it is very likely that the top is in. But that did not happen. And because that did not happen, your structure, your important structure, we have two separate levels. Okay. We have 78.1, which is very important. And we have 74.8, which is kind of less important. Why is it kind of less important? Let's go over that now. This morning in the Nexus, okay, I let everybody know that we had two long areas that we were looking at in terms of longing. Okay. We were actually looking at these levels yesterday. We didn't hit them yesterday. And then New York did. By the way, New York has been so shit lately. Like what's been happening is that New York just chops all fucking day forever. Asia opens and literally just straight nukes it. Like Asians are so greedy and all they do is just sell the moment that they open. And then London pumps it. That's what's been happening every single day for the past like week or so. Okay. So this is why this level was very important. The one that we longed this morning. I did long it. I am still in this long trade. Right now, currently up $1,600. We'll see what happens with that long here in a moment. But here's what's going on right now, currently. And why. Remember, keep these levels in mind, right? We have two important lows. We have 78 here. Let's do it like this. Let's get two lines. So we have this one. That's an important low. And we have this one that's an important low as well. We're going to talk about this in just a second, okay? So if I'm going to remain bullish, okay? If I'm going to remain bullish, these lows can't go. And that's why you can see, because I have a purple zone here, which we'll talk about with USDT dominance as well. But I have a purple zone here, which is pretty much my line in the sand line for being bullish, okay? It clearly says lose me equals swing shorts, okay? If you start to lose 78.5 for me, I think that it very strongly increases the probability that the high is in. Okay, 78.5. This is the box. The box is 79.1 to 78.5 is our box. If we lose that, then we're probably going to be putting in a bigger move to the downside, a bigger correction, and maybe perhaps sell in may walk away is going to play out. Okay. However, if we hold that zone, then it is still, in my opinion, probable to go higher. Okay, I don't care about this Mickey Mouse M because I trade using structure, and as we just indicated, we have two lines that we need to be aware of. Okay, we have the A structure, which was the up, down, up, and then we have the B structure, which is just the down and the up. Okay, so still we would be expecting higher low, higher high if this level holds. But if this level does not hold, why am I saying that we could have full rotation if we have this structure point as well? You might say, hey, Gio, that's still valid. And the answer to that question is very simple. Okay, that's why this low is more important than this low. The answer is very simple. Let's go to MEXC for a moment just so that we can ignore this wick. We're going to ignore this wick. Remember, this wick only happened. It only happened on BTC USD.P on Bybit. Didn't happen anywhere else. Let's move over to MEXC just to talk about what else we have. Okay, whenever we're looking for our POIs, we're always looking for supply and demand. Yes. And we're looking for liquidity levels. Yes. Okay, we've already identified our liquidity levels. We have two very important lows, 78.1 and 75.7, and the 78.1 is far more important. Okay, so then what's up with the gap? Okay, and the answer to what's up with the gap is very simple. There is nothing that stands in between that is significant between this low at 78.1, okay, between that low, because remember, we got rid of the wick. I'm not counting the wick. You can if you like. I'm not counting the wick. Between this low and the next important low, which was 75 point whatever, there's nothing there. There's nothing there, which means it's very likely, regardless of what your important low, what's your protected low, it's very unlikely that we're going to hold, or we're not going to get at least a decent rotation down to 75.K or 75.8K if we lose 78.4. Okay, that's the long story short of it, which is why I'm saying it's swing shorts if we lose that zone. There is virtually nothing else. There is one little Mickey Mouse zone that technically could hold, okay, down at like 76, but either way, if you lose 78K and you're going to be targeting 76K, like that's a $2,000 move. That is still, for me, a swing trade. Okay, that is still a swing trade. So the long story short of it is, if we lose this zone, we target much lower. I would probably target this wick. Although remember, this wick it means nothing on the other exchanges. Okay, it means nothing on the other exchange. Oh, sorry, this is the low. This is the low that's important here. This wick means nothing on the other exchanges. We do have this zone right over here that we can watch, although I don't really think it's going to do much. If we lose this, I think we're very likely to move to the downside. If we do not lose this zone, then I think higher is more probable. And I'm going to explain why. Okay, let's hide all the TA for a moment. Let's remember where our zone is. I'm going to keep it super simple. Okay, very simple. By the way, listen, I mean this like whether you agree with my TA or you don't. Okay, I do well. Don't worry about me. But I'm just telling you what I do. Okay, I'm not saying that my way is better than anybody else's way or whatever. I'm just telling you what I do. Okay, I'll tell you why This is a very important zone, this purple. Not only is it your last demand prior to a significant move to the downside, as we just discussed. Jesse, what's up, brother? Gonna be nice. Not only that, but if you draw your range in, which we do, we are in a range. We're in an uptrend. When you're in an uptrend, you draw your range from your high to your low. Whoops, fuck that up. From your high to your low. Okay. Whenever you have this, you're in a range. When you deviate one side of a range and you come back in with a structure close, like we did over here, right? Same as we did over here. Right? That was your range. We deviated the low. We flipped the structure. We targeted the other side. Same as what could happen. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm saying what could happen. Same as here. If that happens, then we target the other side of the range. And currently, as we stand, we do have liquidity that is generated above our friends Mickey Mouse M. Okay? So if we turn our TA back on, that zone is a perfect deviation. I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. That zone is a perfect level to deviate our local range. Okay? That's important. That's very important to note. Okay? The next thing is that currently, as we stand within our range, we can see our value area. Okay? What happened this morning? In our value area, we deviate, or in our range rather, we deviated the value area low. We hit one of our zones. Okay? We're going to move over to USDT in a moment. We hit one of our zones and a zone that we were watching in the Nexus, okay? And we got acceptance back within the range. Now that we've reclaimed the value area low, which is this low over here, obviously, it is more probable than not that you make your way up to the point of control. We did make our way up to the point of control, which is when I told the Nexus that it is probably time to TP. If they listened to me, then they would be in the money, okay? In terms of the TP. By the way, I did let the Nexus know the moment that I took the long. My long was 14 risk to reward, okay? 14 risk to reward long. So I say this all the time. It doesn't matter about being right or wrong. Being right doesn't make you rich. Being wrong doesn't make you broke, okay? It's all about the execution. Can you execute? Can you execute? Okay? And I let them know the moment that I took it. Look at this. 79,843 is my entry. 79,907, which happened seconds later. This is the 1 second chart, by the way. So literally when I entered, like 3 seconds later, I let the Nexus know. So they had like a $50, $60 buffer, basically. Okay? Let the Nexus know. So I'm in this long, okay? When you gain acceptance back within the range in the value area low, you make your way to the POC. If you can break the POC, okay? If you can break the POC, then you are likely going to make your way back up to the value area high, okay? In this case, specifically for me, with the way that I trade, I don't have any notable zones up here. Okay, I do not have any notable zones. When I say Mickey Mouse, bro, I'm saying like I have no way to confirm this. So my apologies for my wording. I'm not saying it's Mickey Mouse. I'm saying like for me, it's Mickey Mouse. Like this doesn't mean anything for me. The way that I trade, this M doesn't mean anything for me. Okay, I'm not saying don't short it. I'm not saying don't be bearish. I'm not saying, you know, be bullish, whatever. I'm just telling you how I do my TA and what I'm looking for, and that's it. Okay. So right now, currently, we deviated the value area low of the range. We came back within the range, and we are getting some resistance here at the POC. If we break the POC and we hold the POC, we are likely going to the value area high. If we do go up to the value area high, I have nothing else up here. I have no shorts here. There's nothing to short here for me. What's up, Crank? For me, with the way that I trade, hope you're doing well, brother. Oh, I totally... I mean, you have an 8-hour block, but it's honestly not the best looking block. But I guess, yeah, okay, fine. I guess there is a short here, but it's not the best looking, to be honest with you. I don't really like it. But anyway, it is what it is. Okay. Not great, but whatever. We'll say, fine, it's there, but I don't think it's great. If we do break the POC, then I do think that we can make our way, obviously, up to the value area high, where I think that this is a weak supply zone at the very least. Let's just say that. And then above that comes these equal highs. Now, I'm going to tell you guys this, okay? Since 62K, I have been carrying my bullish sentiment across YouTube and across Twitter. And again, I'm not the only one that was bullish this whole way, okay? This whole way, everybody was bearish. This whole way, all the shorts were getting stopped out consistently. This whole way, everybody's calling bull trap. And I was saying, no, guys, this is a bear trap, okay? Now, I will say this. Part of the reason why I was so bullish was sentiment. And part of the reason why the sentiment was what, like, I was so bullish was because what I was saying was that I think there's a very high probability that people are going to be in denial that prices are rising. You need to remember this, okay? And I've seen a couple comments. I've snooped around some discords, and the thought process right now, the thesis is, well, we're in a bear market. And my argument I'm not saying we're not in a bear market, but what I'm saying is you can't be entitled to price going down just because we're in a bear market, okay? Even in bull markets, you have very big moves to the downside. No different than in bear markets, you do get rallies. You do get rallies in a bear market. Look at what happened in 2022. Okay, we were in a bear market in January, and you ended up pumping 45%. Okay, so can price pump 45% in a bear market? Of course it can. Historically, it did anyways. So why can't it now? Right? And that was my thought process, was everybody was bearish. The distribution failed. We accumulated on the low. The idea was this is going to be the most hated rally of all time, and that everybody was going to be in denial. And in denial they were. I will tell you, I have never gotten so much hate for being bullish. And it's funny because I'm the perma bear, if anybody remembers. Okay, I'm the one that in 2021, 2022, not 2022, sorry, in like the start of this bull run in 2023, 2024, when I was on YouTube, I was the one that wasn't buying altcoins, okay? I was the one that was bearish on altcoins. And I'm the one, and I don't mean this in any condescending way, but I never got obliterated like 99% of the people did on the altcoins. And the reason I didn't get obliterated is because I just used my brain a little bit. All of the money came in 2021 because of the stim checks and COVID. And I just thought, well, how could we possibly have the same exact thing happen and then everybody just gets rich? Like, the world doesn't work like that, okay? And that was my base case for being bearish on altcoins. And I'm so happy that I was, because I didn't lose, hundreds of thousands or millions or however much money people have in alts. I didn't lose that. I was 90% cash, and I've been in 90% cash. The first time I ever bought anything was I bought Ethereum at $1,700 like 2 months ago. That's it. I wasn't buying in the bull market, right? And so my thought process for this entire rally was it's kind of the same thing. Like, the market doesn't owe you anything. The market doesn't owe you a bear market. Just because it's a bear market doesn't mean it has to go down. So this could be a significant rally that pumps, and that was the thought process about it, right? People were scared to buy because Bitcoin crashed. People don't buy at the lows, right? Even though you should. People sell at the lows. They capitulate at the lows. They don't buy. They don't, the market attacks your emotions. It's the opposite, right? And so that was the thought process behind this entire rally. And so, like I said at the beginning of the stream, am I content with this being the high? I'm content with it. Do I prefer this being the high? No, I don't. Do I think this is the high? No, I don't. I do not think this is the high. I don't think so. I think that the high is going to end in a way that this low ended, okay? I think it's going to be a capitulation to the upside. And look at what happened, right? On this entire leg to the downside. I think people always forget to, like, look at how we got here. And here's the simple fact. When we put in 98K, and by the way, I shorted this live on stream. When we put this in, we had nothing but lower highs and lower lows the entire way up. The entire way down. Nothing but the easiest liquidity that you could ever ask for to go for. Obviously, it ended in a big capitulation. But that is in terms of, not the angle, but in terms of the like, we'll call it structure. It's the same thing, right? Like, the people here that were trying to long, tackling these equal highs, got smoked, myself included. I executed very poorly on this move to the downside. I have to admit, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I've been working on it though. I've been trying to learn so that it doesn't happen again. But the idea was like, okay, bull trap, because it's like, okay, equal highs, people try and then get wrecked, and then try and then get wrecked, right? And so what happened on this whole way down is we didn't properly distribute. The entire way we didn't distribute. We left ugly highs, and it ended up being a bear trap. The whole way it ended up being a bear trap. Okay, if we turn on CME, a bull trap, my apologies. If we turn on the CME futures, even this, right? Even this, if you think about context, even this was a bull trap. Why? Because we gapped down. Okay, we gapped down back in January. We gapped down, and then we reclaimed some of the CME gap. We trapped the bulls. We had a bull trap. Oh, we're going to fill the gap. We're going to fill the gap. Blah, blah, blah. And then they nuked it instead. And I frequently, by the way, counter trade things like this. Like, I don't trade CME gaps. I don't trade them. Sorry. I don't check them. I don't care. It's irrelevant to me. And if I'm bearish and I have a bullish CME gap, like we did in this case, I would actually see that CME gap and I would get more bearish because I would think, oh, that's a bull trap. Okay. So now if we're going to talk about the CME gap, we still didn't fill it. Okay, fine. We don't need to fill it. I just told you that I don't trade CME gaps per se, right? But what are the odds that we already faked it out here and then we fake it out again here after, remember, this distribution didn't make sense. It didn't make sense to distribute from here. And then as a result, we accumulated on the low. Then we came up and we swept that high and we broke it. And then our most notable structure locally was a distribution that failed immediately. So what sense does it make to not distribute from here or fail the distribution from here, fail all the little distributions on the way up, fail this distribution just to come up to the CME gap, not fill it again, and not distribute here to go down? Because this is not a distribution. What sense does that make? And in my opinion, this is just my opinion, okay, not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. In my opinion, that makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. Why do we need to do that? Why would we need to do that? And like, that's not a rhetorical question. If you know why that would happen or they would do that, please let me know what you think in the comments because I'm curious. This is open dialogue, okay? That makes no sense to me. Why on earth would why would they just roll over here? That makes no sense. They already distributed here. This was a proper distribution and that failed right away. And we still haven't hit anything. Okay, that's not true. We did hit this. We did. Okay, I'm going to answer my own question. We hit this guy. We did hit an important zone, which is why I said we are content with, okay, the high being in. So that's my bad, okay? That is a point to the bears on the bear side, is that yes, we did hit a zone. Is it a good zone? I still don't think so. Does it matter what I think though? And the answer to that is a hard no. It doesn't matter what I think and it doesn't matter what you think because it matters what is. And I just told you how I myself am going to confirm if the high is in. And for me, it's as simple as when in doubt, structure out. And this is my structure. This is what I'm looking at right now. And this is how I'm playing my trades. In the end, being right doesn't make you rich. Being wrong doesn't make you broke. It's about the execution. It's about, are you able to do this? Are you able to take the profits? But that's my overall analysis on Bitcoin. Okay. We can roll over now to USDT dominance and talk about the inverse because, you know, USDT dominance might give us some answers. But before I do that, I'm going to take a drink of my agua here, my hydration, and I'm going to read some of your comments because that was a lot of talking right there. Let's see what you guys are saying. By the way, guys, 125 people in here. I don't know how many likes we have, but every 100 likes we get, we're going to do a Nexus intern giveaway. So let's see if we can get those likes up. And if I'm providing you value, please hit the like, please subscribe if you like the channel, okay? All right, let's see what you guys are saying. It makes perfect sense to trick everyone. Fair. That's a fair point. But here's what I will tell you. Noticist. Let's play devil's advocate, okay? I'm going to tell you this. 99%. Jesse, good night, brother. 99% of 99% of traders don't trade like I do. 99.9 actually don't trade like me. So I wouldn't say that this would be like my way of interpreting it would be tricking everyone. But I mean, it's definitely possible, right? There's no such thing as impossible. That's what I've learned. There's no such thing as impossible. Can Bitcoin go to, can the bear market be over and the lows in and Bitcoin goes to an all-time high? I think it's very unlikely. I think it's extremely unlikely. But can it happen? Yeah, technically anything can happen. Can Bitcoin go to 40K? Yeah. I think it actually will go to 40K. I think it's going to take out the ETF people at 43K. But the point is what's possible? And the answer, and I learned this the hard way. You guys saw me learn this the hard way in 2024 when I was a perma bear. Anything can happen, you know? Absolutely anything can happen. So let's see. Let's see. Don't I think we could sweep liquidity at 77700 and still be bullish? 77700 and still be bullish. Like technically, yeah, but I don't know why we would need to sweep those lows. I don't know why we would need to sweep those lows. Doesn't really make sense to me why we would even need to do that. Like, we already had a distribution here that failed, and then we already flipped the structure bullishly. The only zone that there is to backtest is this guy. And I'm not saying it can't happen. It's definitely possible. But this is not even a good zone. Like, I wouldn't objectively say, oh, that's a juicy order block, which is why, like, this is the better zone, in my opinion. So can it go down there? For sure. Anything is possible. But, like, I'm not looking at it right now. It's a little bit too far away, and it's a little bit too shitty of a zone for me to, like, consider it a high probability idea. But it's possible. Anything is possible. Yeah. Anything is possible. I just don't like it. But we'll see. I like my zone better, my purple zone. Am I still in a trade? Yeah, I'm still long. Yeah. I have the sickest entry, man. I have the sickest entry. Funny, I don't know your system, but I caught the same BTC low. Funny old game. Nice. I got in from 80. No, not 80. I'm in from 79843. 79843 is my entry. My entry. So I caught the low, and this one I'm proud of. Okay, I'm gonna change my channel to Geo Casper because I caught the low, and on KSEX the low was 79811. So I have a $32. I caught the low $32 off the low. And again, I did tell the Nexus as soon as it happened. Look at this. 1 second candle. 3 seconds, 4 seconds later. I let them know. 10 seconds later, maybe. However long it was. I got to take the screenshots and shit. I got to post it, you know? So I'm still long. I'm still strong. And we'll see how she goes. Oh, shit. I got a treadmill too. Yeah, man. So, I wouldn't say that it helps with my trading. But what I would say is that for me, like, I have ADHD, and I don't use that as an excuse. But when I'm walking, I don't realize I'm working, and when I'm working, I don't realize I'm walking. So it's I guess you could say, yeah, it did help my trading, but it's not really for trading specifically. It's more like, even right now, I didn't even realize that I was walking until now we're talking about it, you know? If it goes under 78K, Bears will win. Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree. So that's why this purple block, I said, if you lose me, equals swing shorts. And, you know, we'll see what happens here. We'll see if Bitcoin decides that it wants to hold the value area low. We shall see. My stop loss is in profit, so I'm not, you know, I'm not going to lose this trade by any means, but I'm hoping that we can make our way up towards some of these ugly ass highs that I was waiting to get taken out today, and they didn't get taken out. Doesn't feel like a proper M. Too bearish. I agree. I don't think it's as bearish as everybody thinks it is. Especially, so here's an interesting conversation. Okay, here's the interesting conversation. You guys let me know what you think. Okay, I'm actually genuinely curious as to what you guys think. I'm not gonna tell you my opinion, but I want to know what you guys think. Okay, so crypto, obviously, Bitcoin is down like however much percent, 45%, 50%, whatever. Not 50%, but from the all-time high, 30%, whatever it is. I think it's undeniable that crypto is in a bear market. Okay, but I also think it's undeniable that ES and NQ are not in a bear market. Like, ES and NQ are consistently making new highs. So what do you guys think is going to happen with that? Because I'm like, it's interesting to me. It's very interesting to me. I don't think this has ever happened before. It may have. Maybe you know, and you can enlighten us in the chat. But I think it's very interesting. Like, what do you think about Bitcoin going to what it went to? And ES and NQ are back at all-time highs again still. Like, I think no one can say that ES and NQ are in a bear market. Bear markets don't make new higher highs. So, smash likes. If Bitcoin could just stay between 79 and 83 forever, bro. If Bitcoin stayed between 79 and 83 forever, I would probably off myself, dude. I hate this price action, bro. I hate it. I really, really want to I really want to go to I really want to break out, man. This is a long, by the way, on the market. Nexus, if you're in here, this is a long. Let's update them real quick. Hope you guys caught this while I was blabbing away on YouTube. I let them know right before I went on stream to watch that zone. I knew I was looking for longs. I didn't add to it though, but I want to add to my long. Maybe I should just add to it. But also I want to like flex the entry because the entry is so good. Let's see if we can move like here. Really want to add to my long here. Anyway. Okay. So low time frame, I like continuation. Yeah. I think, like I said, you know, I had 2 zones this morning. We had 2 zones in the Nexus. One of them we hit, and we had good confirmation, and we just got acceptance back within the value area. And the second one is a deviation of the range low. So if this zone fails, then you're probably gonna go for 79.1. But could this be the low? This could be the low. Honestly, this could be. I'm treating it. I'm not really a swing trader anymore. Fuck that. I'm really trying to get my mind out of that. But this could be the low. This seriously could be the low. Like objectively, could be the low. My entry went right in the golden pocket. Yeah, I had a demand zone there, but the 786 was there as well. So I like low time frame continuation. Yeah, blow off top on stock market. I don't know, bro. Honestly, like, I really don't know, because here's the thing. Here's the thing with blow off tops, right? Like, the blow off tops happen quick and then you come back down. This is not quick. Like, this is, you're hanging up here, you know? So I don't really think this is a blow off top. Like, I'll tell you, for example, MicroStrategy, this is a blow off top, right? Like big and then down. And I actually called this, look, cycle high. Look at that. I called that from well long ago. Now, I don't trade this. I'm not going to sit here and say I called it. It doesn't really matter. But I identified the blow off top pretty much right away. And that's what I think the same, you know, this, like, ES is not doing that, right? NQ is not doing that. This is, in my opinion, not a blow off top. So, you know, it's kind of like, I don't know, man. This is not a bear market. I don't care what anybody says. This is not a bear market. ES and NQ are not in a bear market. So I wonder how that's going to translate over to crypto. Like, does crypto follow ES and NQ, or does ES and NQ die, and then crypto follows it, or do we get a decoupling, which would be kind of an interesting scenario, you know? This range in price action is your bread and butter. No breakout, no breakdown. Well, Crank, here's what I'll tell you, bro. And I mean this in the most, like, brotherly way. You're out here making fucking 50K, 100K, 150K. Like, let the rest of us cook, bro. I hate this range. So in this case, I choose let's break out or break down over not. All love, though. Form more of a bull flag. If not swing, I'm scalping. Yeah, I mean, I was always a scalper. But what I would do is I would get into big ass trades and I would try to, like, hold them, you know? So I've learned my lesson. Instead of swing trading, you actually lose money by swing trading because you're not compounding. And I'm trying to, like, rewire my brain to compound. Compounding is how you're going to make real money. So instead of taking one trade, one swing trade, like, follow it. And I'm good at scalping, so, like, I can follow it, right? For example, right now I'm long from here. Instead of just being long from here and that's it, follow it. Like, I'll TP here, and then I'll add again here. I'll take another trade here, and then I'll ride it up, and vice versa, you know? Hold on, I gotta reset this. I walked so much today. Today's Nexus live stream was like an hour and a half. We were spending New York trying to get into a trade. It was like an hour and a half today, and then I was at the gym. I did an hour at the gym, and then now, however long we've been for, so I walked a lot today. If you're not a swing trader anymore, or trying to get out of swing trading, what are my time frames then? The 4-hour and the 15-minute structure? Good question, and I don't have the ideal answer for you. And this is just me, and I apologize that this is not the answer you're going to want to hear, but I don't really believe in time frames. So I'm just trading the price action. I know where my zones are. I know the strength of my zones. Like I know, for example, that this is a swing long, a potential swing long. Okay. Potential. This is a potential swing long zone, which means now, because it's a potential swing long zone, every long subsequent to this, if that's the right word, is also a swing long. Shorts are scalps and longs are swings, because this could be a swing long. So, you know, I know it's not about the time frame, right? When I enter, I'm on like the 15-second time frame. By the way, what we talked about in the beginning of the stream, this is a range. This is a deviation of your range. This is an accumulation on the low, and you have nothing but liquidity in your range. So the odds that we don't touch this high are very, very slim. It's very slim that we don't touch this high, which is why I told the Nexus prior to me coming on live to watch this zone. Okay, look, I'll show you. Let me show you so that you don't think I'm blowing smoke up your booty. Right here. Approaching. First of all, we talked about this zone earlier. Okay, I made a video update telling them to watch this zone. And the fact that we didn't accumulate here, we didn't hit anything here, so it made no sense for the market to continue dumping from here. I said, watch this block, and any distribution in this block is along down to this block over here on USDT dominance. And that's exactly what's happening now. So it is absolutely impossible, not impossible, but there's no reason whatsoever to take profit on longs, in my opinion, until this low goes. There's no reason. This is your target, right? This is your range. That's your deviation. It's a PO3. It's a manipulation move. It happened on Asia Open. Like, why would you? So now if you're long, what am I doing? Jeez, bro. If you are long, there's no reason to take profit on. And this is, look, you do you. I'm not your dad, but I would not take profit until this high, because so if I was scalping it, and I wish I was watching instead of blabbing, I definitely would have been in somewhere here, and this would be my trade, and it would be a 4.44 risk reward trade. Actually, I would have a better risk reward. My risk rewards are disgusting lately, but that's an easy trade, super easy, very, very easy trade. And it's very likely that we're going to come and take this high. And then just above this high, remember, what did we say earlier? You have your value area low, which we deviated, coming to the POC. Now we know that your target, based on structure, is this high, which is breaking the POC. Just above that, you have nothing but all this ugly-ass liquidity and these ugly-ass highs that should have fucking went in the first place. Which means what? Your target, don't worry, your technical target is, yeah, 80.8, but we could see 81.3 very easily. Very, very easily. So I would never short here in a million years. Never in a million years would I short. I'm only looking for longs right now until at the very minimum, 81.3. Or we start breaking down and then I can follow it down. But we're not doing that. In fact, we are seeing signs of continuation. So why would I short it? Why would I fight it? Especially if we're already bullish anyways, which I am. So. Okay. NQ and ES upward volatility is much greater than average, so it might be a blow off top. It could be, but it doesn't show sign of it stopping anytime soon. So, you know, it's not, the thing is it's not a blow off top until it is. And if you try to fight it, oh man, that's not good. I think all the millions made in stocks will eventually rotate to crypto. Maybe. All good things come to an end. I'm sure you'll be on the sidelines when this move happens. What do I think about 85.2 as a potential top instead of 86? 85.2. What is that 85.2? What do we have at 85.2? Can you tell me what you have there? What do I think about it? My first impression is I don't like it. I don't know what you see over there. So let me know. And I will answer. Because I don't like it. But I don't know what you see that I don't. So maybe I will like it. Who knows? Okay. Opinion on Jagger Hunter. I have no idea what that is. There's a 220 million sell order above those ugly highs. Yeah, I mean, it looks like it, right? It definitely looks like it. You can see that there was absorption here. You can clearly see that there was absorption here. So I think we're going to come for that, though. I don't know why we would leave that. I really don't. Joe, have I seen ES and Dow SMT? No, I have not. Have not. Let's take a look. It's only when I'm lying in bed on my own. ES and Dow. What is the thing for Dow? Is it YM1? Yeah, that's what. Okay, have I seen the SMT? So Dow did not make a higher high. ES and NQ made a higher high. I mean, I don't really have an opinion on it, to be honest with you. I don't know how valid SMTs are between Dow. I'm sure they are valid. I'm sure they are. I just don't know how valid they are. Here's what I will say, though, is that you have an 8-hour supply zone that is just above where price is right now. It looks like it wants to go for it. And that's kind of at the all-time high. I personally wouldn't put too much emphasis on this SMT. And the only reason is because it already has a Model 1 distribution going on. Okay? It already has a Model 1. But you left this zone. And if you do come up to this zone, then that's 4 taps on the high. Which means even if you get a pullback, it's probably going to be temporary. Perhaps you get something like this. And then down to this zone over here. And then continuation. Obviously, it depends on what the rest of the market is going to do. But in general, you need to be cautious about SMTs. Because SMTs are leading until they're not, right? It's the same as like CVD, right? Like right now you have an SMT, sure. But for me, I don't confirm the SMT unless I confirm it with structure, right? Same as an SFP, right? So the gentleman that was saying the M formation earlier on Bitcoin, and I was saying it's Mickey Mouse, and I don't care about that. Like that doesn't fit my rules. So right now, I can't say that, oh, this is an SMT, shit's going to go down. Because it could be leading. If it catches up and takes the high, now it just invalidated that SMT. So you have to be very careful with SMTs. You got to be very careful. But it is definitely trying to distribute as it looks, for sure. Okay. What are you guys saying? 6-hour candle looking good. Am I the only one looking for 83 KTP? Nope. I'm looking for higher than that, man. I'm looking for 86. And I actually think that the longer we fuck around here, like the longer we don't, I'm so surprised that we haven't popped off. Here's the thing. I said that I think everybody's going to be in denial. Now I'm the one that's in denial because I don't know how we're still here. I don't know how many times we need to give the bears chances to get out before we have our big capitulation to the upside. I think that we're going to 86, which is what I've been saying for a very long time now. It's been like 60 days, I feel like. 70 days where I've been saying 86 is a very high probability. I've been saying it since 62. Okay? But or 64, whatever. But I'm really surprised that we haven't had that move yet. I'm really surprised. And I think, like I said, the longer we do this shit, the higher it's gonna go. So I kind of like 89 right now, to be honest, more than 86. But we'll see. I wouldn't even be surprised if it goes all the way to 100. I really wouldn't. I'm not saying it will. I'm just saying I wouldn't be surprised. It wouldn't catch me off guard. It would take many people off guard. But even with the way that I do TA, it's very simple. Let me dumb it down very, very simply put. That's not meant to be condescending. That's meant to just be very simple for you or for whoever may not understand the way that I trade. This is it. What's your high time frame structure? You have up, you have down, you have up, and you have straight down. And that's it. And what is the way that I trade? What does that mean? That means that you're definitely looking for a lower high, lower low, but you're also allowed to higher high SFP/PO3, lower low. And when does that happen? When you have reason to. Do we have reason to? Yep, this zone did not get mitigated. So is there a case to be made for it? Yeah. Do I think it's probable? I don't know. But would it catch me off guard? No. Would it catch many people off guard? Like this gentleman that said BTC. Oh, wait, no. Oh, sorry. I thought you were saying it's not going to hit that. It says BTC not hitting 86K is okay for now. ETH is just making lower highs and stuck below 2.3. Yeah. I think ETH is going to go to 2,800. I think BTC is going to go 86. I think ETH is going to go to 2,800. I think that alts are going to move like 30% up. And the idea behind it is very simple. There's no more money to the downside. There's no money, right? People don't buy here. They buy now that prices are up, right? Oh my God, the bull market is back. I mean, I don't think the bull market is back, but people don't buy here. They're scared. They sell here. They capitulate here. They buy like now. But do we have enough people buying here? Is this enough to continue the move to the downside? I would argue not really. But I mean, that's a subjective thing, right? But that's it. Okay. That's it. And now we can talking about how USDT ties into the whole picture. And I don't want to ramble for too long because I already just rambled. But here's the long story short. I made a YouTube video. The last YouTube video that I made was this Model 1 redistribution. Okay. I talked about how this structure flipped bullish and how I still think it's going to fail. It ultimately failed. We flipped the structure. We tackled the lows. Nexus was long. We're super bullish. We came down. We swept the low. Here on the high, we have a redistribution. And we just came and we just tapped the last unmitigated zone prior to that purple box. Do you notice how my purple box here and my purple box here are both purple and they're here? That means that that zone on USDT dominance, Bitcoin would be at 79K if USDT dominance makes it up to this box here. Can it go there? Absolutely it can. I'm not saying it can't do that. I'm prepared for it. That's why I have a position there, right? But does it need to? And the answer is no. Why? Because this already redistributed and this was already unmitigated. So this could have just continued your downtrend, the down, the up. You don't even have a new point because you have relative equal lows here. So this could just be the high, the low, the redistribution, for whatever reason, the back test of that redistribution, and then down. So just the high, the low, the lower high, the lower low. Is it? Your guess is as good as mine. I don't know. But that's why I longed. That's why the Nexus was ready for it. The Nexus was ready. I told them all since like 5 days ago to watch for that. You know? So double bottom, 4 hour. Yeah, I see it. I don't care about it. Irrelevant to me. 100K would be a dream short. I agree, man. I definitely agree. So many bear divs. If Trump XI ends bad, that would trigger 76K. Yeah, but like you gotta also ask, like, if there's so many bear divs, and there are, I'm not saying there aren't, like, why is it not going down yet? You know, this whole move up was so easy to recover. This is the easiest liquidity to go for. Ever since I've been bullish the whole time. We haven't even taken one low. Why? If it's so easy to take and we're not taking it, what does that tell you? Maybe, just maybe, it's not destined to go lower like everybody wants. Especially when you have distributions that fail along the way, like this guy. Boom, boom, boom. So how could you be bearish? I'm not saying you, I'm just me. Like, why would I be bearish when I see a clear as day distribution fail again for like the 10th time and you have all this liquidity that everybody wants to go? I think too many people think that the high is in or that the low is not in. People need to really start questioning the low, in my opinion. And right now, what I'm seeing anyway, is that people are finally, like, it's like, okay, look at this. It's like a scale, right? Here's what I think. We have a scale. This side is perma bear, and this side is perma bull. Okay. And I don't think anybody would argue that over the last few months, people are perma bears. And rightfully so, right? This is where we are on the scale. People are perma bears. We're in a bear market. We're going lower. There's so much liquidity, blah, 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 all this shit, blah, blah, blah. Okay. And that's true, right? And remember, at the lows, people don't buy. So my argument was, and you can't tell me like whatever I believe, fine, but I was right about this whole move, okay? But my argument was that people don't buy here, right? And it's funny because the Nexus turned on me. They're like, Gio, we're going lower. And I was like, they're like, nobody's buying here, bro. It needs to go lower so that people buy. And as soon as Phil, shouts out to Phil, said that clicked into my head. I was like, yo, we're going way higher. We're going way higher. Because in order to convince people to buy, like if people are not going to buy after a 50% crash, and this is an aggressive crash. This isn't just like this is a big ass fucking move. Even for me, the perma bear. If people are not going to buy after that, what if it goes lower? They're not going to buy, which means there's no liquidity lower. If people don't buy, the market's going to always attack liquidity. If people buy here, then there's going to be liquidity to the downside. If nobody buys here and everybody is so trigger happy on shorting like they were, then it's just going to be a rally that everyone's going to hate because the people that are now, like in hindsight, are like, oh, the low's in. These people feel FOMO that didn't buy down here. That's what I was saying. That's why I was so bullish. That's why sentiment. That's why I've said, you guys probably hate me for saying it so many times, that it makes no sense to go down. How could it go down? There's no money down. There's nothing there. There is no money down here. Now there is because of the liquidity that's being generated, and I'm not disputing that. But at the time, there was nobody buying here. BTC still expensive. Why would you buy here? That's what I'm saying. That's my point. That's my point. So how do they get the money out of you if you're not committing your money? People don't buy when it goes down. They get scared. They already flushed the shit out of you. The altcoins already got fucking wrecked. The altcoins are like $0 now. The altcoins did what I said they were going to do. The altcoins, that's exactly why I didn't buy in 2024. Because I was like, the altcoins are bearish as shit. They are all at fucking zero. There's no more money to go down. Alts can't go down more. There's no more money. There's no more money. So what do? You have to make more money to the downside, right? And how do you make more money to the downside? You pump it. Because people buy when price pumps. People don't buy when it dumps. People do the wrong thing. They do the opposite. And so that's exactly it, noticist, my perma bear brother or sister. That's exactly, your sentence exactly proved my point as to why I was bullish. Why? Because it's still expensive. Why would people buy here? That's the point. They're not buying there. So how do you get them to buy? Now, oh yeah, let me go back to my scale now. So we have a perma bear and we have a perma bull scale. Okay. And what happens is we were so far this way. Like nobody can deny that. It was just crazy. We went down so fast, right? Perma bear scale, fine, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Now what's happening is we are starting to get a shift in this. Okay. We'll call it the paradigm. I don't know if that's the right word, but it is today. We're starting to get the shift. And then what happens is people start to notice, like when we go from zero bull posts at all, from zero, right? Zero bull posts at all, which there was zero. And then now let's just say it's like 40%. Okay. What do you notice? What do you notice? Do you notice this 40% bearish? Or sorry, or this would be 60. Yeah, this would be if people are more on this side, right? What do you notice? The little noise that the bulls are making this way, or the same thing that's been happening here? You would notice the new thing. If you're like driving, okay, let's say you're driving and you see black car, black car, black car, black car, black car, black car, black car. For 6 months you see black car. And then you see one red car. You're gonna be like, whoa, that's a red car. That's what's happening right now. Is starting to shift. And I'm not saying it's not. It's definitely starting to shift. People are not as perma bear as they were at the beginning of the rally when I was saying it. But is this enough, in my opinion? Is this enough to turn the tide? Right? I said over here that the tide is turning. This needs to go this way. It needs to go this way. And it did. It is going this way now. So I wasn't wrong. Now the question is has it gone this way enough? Has it swayed enough? And I don't know that the answer to that is yes. I really don't. I don't think so. But again, it doesn't really matter what I think. Anyways, I hope that was a good analogy. I think I actually did a good job of explaining that. I am printing money. Don't care about bears or bulls. Have a nice long last chance to drop before we print. I agree. That is the way. Traders trade. We don't care. I don't care. And everybody on Twitter, for whatever reason, is so obsessed with talking about the low. I don't know why. Like, who cares if the low is in? Just trade it. But, you know, that's the popular thing to talk about right now. 60K cannot be the low, bro. It is artificial, and people don't move those market not with 2 trillion market cap. If it was 50 mil, whatever, alts are retail. Yeah, alts are definitely retail. Alts are definitely retail. I am a perma bear until October 2026. Okay, Kodak, that's a fair point. But here's what I think. I think that it's not, listen, part of my, and you can, feel free to agree or disagree or let me know your thoughts. But here's the thing, okay? When this rally started, I said that it's going to be a bear trap, not a bull trap. Everyone's saying it's a bull trap. I think it's a bear trap. Okay, fine. And the reason why is because everybody's super entitled, in my opinion. Okay? In my opinion. Everybody is super entitled. Entitlement. Okay? Now, here's the thing. Everybody expected altcoins. And tell me if I'm wrong. Maybe you don't agree with me, but I'm not saying anything that's not a fact right now. Everybody expected altcoin season in like 2024, 2025. Am I right or am I wrong? Everybody wanted an altcoin season. Okay? Like similar to the one that we got in 2021. Did we get that? No, we didn't. Okay? My argument as to also part of the reason why I've been bullish is, right, I've been saying denial. Do I think that the bottom is going to be in October? No, I do not. I don't think so. I do not think the bottom is going to be in October. I don't. Because it's too easy, right? That has happened every single time. And if this rally right now is a denial rally, and listen, again, whether you agree or not, whether you're bullish or bearish, that's up to you. But you can't deny that right now, this is the most hated, like one of the most hated rallies, right? Everybody has been trying to short, and you can see it on the distributions that have failed. Like, this is not my opinion. This is a fact, right? Everybody wants lower. Even the ones that are perma-bearing me, okay? Like, that are trying so hard to convince me that it's going down because it makes them feel better. Fine. Okay? But I just, it's a very hated rally. And it's too easy. It's too easy. The world doesn't work like that. The same reason why the alts didn't do what everybody wanted. I don't think that Bitcoin's going to do what everybody wants. I don't think so. I don't. And for 2 years, and listen, I'm not trying to sway you, okay? You do you, please. Like, understand. I've been getting a lot of hate on the internet lately for being right, which is so crazy to me. Like, I've had hate for being wrong. When I was a perma bear and I was wrong, I got so much hate. But I was wrong. And then I learned. But this time I've been right the whole time, and I've been getting so much hate. So I'm not trying to, like, create hate, okay? But I'm just trying to think logically. Everybody knows that the bear market ends in October. Everybody knows that. So what are the odds that that happens? I don't think so. I don't think so. What happens, and I'm just going to, riddle me this, okay? Riddle me this. Thank you, Tyler. Appreciate you. If you guys like the stream, make sure to hit the like button. Listen, riddle me this. If 2026 ends up being a bullish year, what if we pump for Q2 and Q3? What if we pump for Q2 and Q3 and we nuke in Q4? What if they Uno reverse your ass? And tell me I'm wrong when I say this. Okay, shouts out to XZ, says Gio's been right so much, been following since 2023. Tell me if I'm wrong when I say this. For 2 years, I've been saying that the cycle's broken. For 2 years now, okay? People are starting to say it now. People are starting to say super cycle. Remember that scale we just drew? Okay? For 2 years, I've been saying the cycle's broken. The moment Bitcoin took all-time high pre-halving, the cycle is broken, period. I don't care. And this is me. This is my opinion. I'm not trying to sway you. I don't care. To me, whatever rebuttal you have against that is completely dismissed. Completely dismissed. I don't care. I don't care if you adjust it based on this, if you use the what's that logarithmic scale, this and that. I don't care. Listen, Bitcoin did something that Bitcoin has never done, which is take all-time high pre-halving, which means that there are characteristics. If there's something that Bitcoin has never done, never, and then it did it, the cycle's broken. There's no rebuttal that'll change my mind. The cycle's broken, period. So if it's possible to do something that it has never done before, how is it, why would you, like, how could you assume that it's not possible for it to Uno reverse you? Right? What if? What if it does? I'm not saying it will, but what if it does? This is the most hated rally of all time. What if it doesn't stop for that reason? Right? Nobody buys at the lows. How do you convince people that the low is in? You pump it. You have to generate the liquidity to the downside, right? That's it. And that's my opinion. That's my opinion. That's just my opinion. I don't think that it's just gonna, oh yeah, you know, I'm gonna buy October of 2026. I don't think it's gonna be that easy, man. I think everybody's thinking about sell in May, walk away. Sell in May, walk away is what people are probably thinking. And I don't think it's gonna be sell in May, walk away. I think it's gonna be up. I think May is gonna be bullish. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I just do the opposite of everybody, guys. Honestly, I just do the opposite. And I do well. It's not that hard. I just use my brain. And I'll tell you this. Whether you agree with me or not, you can't say that I'm not spitting facts right now. Everything is possible. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. For how long and how high do I anticipate? Look, I'm not good with time. I'm not as good with time as I am with analysis, okay? I'm very good at analysis. I'm so good at analysis. And I'm not trying to like toot my own horn here. I'm not trying to blow smoke up anyone's ass. I'm very good at analysis. If I was as good of a trader as I am at analyzing it, I would be a trillionaire. I'm way better at analysis than I am at actually trading it. Okay? For the record. For the record. Okay? But you know, how long? Well, what I just said, I mean, I think that Q2, Q3 could be bullish, right? Summers are historically bad in crypto. Everybody's expecting to buy the low in October, you know? So I wouldn't be, let's just say this. I don't know, but I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if we're bullish throughout the summer and then we nuke in Q4 when everybody's expecting the low to be in. Or like in general, I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not saying it's gonna happen. I'm saying it wouldn't catch me off guard. It would catch many people off guard. I just think the opposite of everyone all the time, and I do well. And how high do I anticipate? I'll tell you again. I'll break it down in the simplest way that I possibly can. Your structure is what? Is high, is low, is lower high, is lower low. Which means we're looking for a lower high, lower low. Very possible, yes. And it can go as high as this lol PO3. Which I drew out on April 8th. It can do this. Based on the TA, it can do this. Am I saying it's going to do this? No. There's no way for me to know that it's going to do this. But I'll tell you this. If it does it, it's not going to catch me off guard because I'm prepared for it. But it will catch many people off guard because they're not prepared for 100K Bitcoin. And I'm not saying it's going there. But is it possible based on the TA? Well, first of all, anything is possible. This could go to all-time high. I'm not saying it will. I don't think it's likely at all. I think it's very unlikely that it's going to go to all-time high. But anything is possible. Can this happen? It can happen. And does it make sense with the TA? It does make sense. It does. Just like when we were down here and I was telling everybody that we're going way higher and everybody was shitting on me. And like they did this whole rally because this is the most hated rally of all time. And for whatever reason, people, no offense, like Notices, tries so hard to convince me and others that everybody's bullish. Nobody's bullish, bro. Funding is negative. And I drew the scale for you. You know, maybe it's like here, and you think everybody's bullish because you're starting to see the red cars, because you've been seeing black cars for 6 months straight, and now you're noticing the red cars. True. Crazy how I saw that confidently from the low, bro. It's like, look at this, okay? Again, I don't mean this in a condescending way, but learn something here. Look at this. Look how easy, man. Look, this is so fucking easy. What's your structure? You have low, I'm not a genius, guys. You have low, you have high, you have low, you have high. Okay, so this is your next low. And if you're wondering how to draw the structure, all you do is you connect the points that haven't touched. So if this high here took this first high, then your structure would be like this. It wouldn't be how I drew it. It would be like this. It would be low, it would be high, it would be low, it would be, because that would be taking it high and then low and then high. It didn't do that, right? So all you do is you just draw a horizontal line across. Let's draw it again. Look, I'll do it with you. It's very easy. Learn something here. Low, we have high. We have low, and then you're going to draw a horizontal line. Where's your horizontal line? Where does that high get taken again? Okay, this is your next high. Okay, low and then high. Right here. Okay, that's your structure. Then what? That's your structure. That's it. Everything else in between that is internal. Everything else is internal. And then what? Your next structure point is here. What happens on that low? If you're going to draw your internal structure now, what's your structure? What's your internal structure? You have high, you have low, you have high, you have low, you have up, and you have break. The moment this went up and break, the Nexus and I were swing longing the whole way. The whole way. I've said it so many times. Look, I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to show you guys because I don't want people to think that I'm not telling the truth here. I'm going to show you. Look at this. May 9th. All longs are swings. All shorts are scalps. May 9th. That was 3 days ago. Okay. Look, April 21st. After doing my TA this morning, I have decided that all shorts are scalps and all longs are swings. Look at this. May 5th. Okay. Good morning. See you on live. Remember, all longs are scalps. All shorts are swings. I've been saying it. April. Look. Or that was last year. That was last year. Okay. Look, I'm going to show you guys. I'm not playing, man. I'm not playing. I've been saying this the whole time. The whole time. Swing long. Swing long. Anyways, hopefully you get the point. But I've been saying it. I've been on it. This is nothing new. I've been on the channel. I've been on YouTube. I've been on X. I've been saying it. Okay. And this is all you need. This is it. That's it. As soon as that structure flipped bullish. Take care, Crank, bro. As soon as that. Thank you for stopping by, man. I appreciate you. We need to catch up, dude. As soon as this flipped bullish, I was super confident that we're going for this high. Everybody's shorting. Everybody's saying head and shoulders, Mickey Mouse, trash. I don't care. I don't care about head. I don't trade head and shoulders. I don't trade that. See, if you do, to each their own. I looked at this and I got so bullish. When I see a distribution and it fails on the low, I get bullish. Everybody's like, that's a distribution. I'm like, that distribution is going to fucking fail. By the way, the distribution here, look at this. Look. You guys remember in January, I made 200K in one trade. You had a Model 1 distribution. Why did I get bullish? Why did I get bullish if there was a Model 1 distribution staring at me in the face? If this is a Model 1 distribution and we're in such a big, black, spooky, scary bear market, why is it accumulating on the low? Why did it do this? What's your structure? Down, up, hold on. Okay, this one was like a more janky one. But I was right about it anyways. It accumulated on the low. Right? Down, up, and break. Price has literally gone sideways since May. Okay. Has it gone down like you wanted it to? Or no? And have I been saying it since the beginning of August? Since March? Huh? Or no? See, this is what I mean. Like people like you. This is exactly the kind of like shit that I've been dealing with on the internet. Like people, it's just denial. People are so mad that I've been right. Since here, don't tell me about since May 5th, price has gone sideways. Tell me about since March 31st, when I first said that we're going to have the biggest rally that you probably shorted infinitely. Tell me about here. Where's the screenshots about this? Where's what I said here? Talk to me about this. Keep coping. Haters going, hey, yeah, man, they are. And they've been. And I need to learn to not let it affect me, but I'm human. And people are fucking retarded. I think you're one of the best on YouTube. And you don't even know how I trade. I appreciate you, Snackbeard. You've been with me for a long time, man. Hope you're doing well. Excuse my language today, guys, and my frustration, but people have been mistreating me. Why are we talking about the past? Let's deal with the present. Because I've been saying it's a swing long since here. What do you mean? I don't know why you would hate. He's just showing us clear structure with experience. Yeah, people are ignorant, bro. Okay, you want to like what do you mean let's talk about the present? Let's talk about the present. I told you this was a long. I told you this was a long, and I told you this is the target, and I wouldn't TP until this high gets hit. And then I think that we're going to come up and take all of these highs as well. But you're super fixated on your M formation. I told you that the M is Mickey Mouse for me. So what else do you want? Let's talk about the present. This could be a swing long. This low that I took could be a swing long. I'm not saying it's not. Or I'm not saying it is. I'm saying it could be a swing long. And guess what? If we come up to 81.3, those could be swing shorts. Do I think that they're going to be swing shorts? No, I don't. I don't think it's going to work. I think we go higher. I think we go for 86K. What's your case besides an M and the fact that you want it to go down and you've been probably wrong since I've been bullish the whole way? What's your excuse? I'm not taking shit from anybody anymore, man. Honestly, fuck everybody. It's all good. Nexus new. Nexus new, baby. We knew. We knew. We knew, man. Shouts out to the Nexie. BTC long or sell now? Well, I can't tell you what to do because all content presented is a complete joke and should not be taken seriously. Geo is an incompetent 5'2" and 3/4 wannabe seeing non-financial advisor. Crypto is a scam. Making money online is impossible. Global warming is real and the earth is flat. So I can't tell you what to do. But if I had a gun to my head, I would long. I would not short. Mariana, one love. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Have a great night. See you later. Thank you for stopping by. And, yeah. Markets spending more time going up in a bear market. Yeah, they do. They do. I saw Benjamin Cohen's, Cohen or Cohen. I saw his video. But I think, like I said, you know, I think that we could have a bullish Q2 and 3. This is the time, in my opinion. You do you. Okay, you do you. But, you know, when I say something and they're like, why would you bet against history? Because history failed. Like, Bitcoin took all-time high pre-halving, period. There's no rebuttal to that. There's nothing that's going to change my mind. There's nothing that anybody can say that's going to change my mind that the cycle's not broken. I think the cycle's broken, period. There's no rebuttal. There's nothing on this earth you can even tell me. Even if you showed me a fact, like a piece of paper somehow signed by like whomever. Even if someone showed me that, I would still not believe it. There is no way on God's green earth that anybody can convince me that the high, that the cycle's not broken. The cycle's broken, which means all historic data goes out the window. Do I think we're going to bottom in October? No way. Who doesn't agree with that? Everybody doesn't agree with that, bro. You should see, man, the amount of hate I've been getting. Like, in October of 2023, I was wrong. I was bearish at 38K. I thought we were going to sweep some lows. We didn't sweep the lows, and then the internet did not let me forget it. And I was, like, super, like, bro, that shit fucked me up. That was my first time, like, being live as well. Right here. I was bearish. I was like, look at the liquidity. Look at the liquidity. And then this happened. And then I'm like, we're going way lower. Like, I learned a lot in 2023 was, my up and coming. It was a lot, right? Nothing's 100%. I agree. Listen, I'm not saying that the cycle's broken 100%. I'm saying, in my opinion, the cycle's broken. I'm not telling you I'm not telling you how to think. I'm not trying to sway you, right? You do you. For me, there's nothing that's going to convince me that the cycle is not broken. The cycle's broken for me. Period. I don't care about history. It's broken. Not only that, but the alt cycle is broken because we didn't get the alt season that everybody wanted. Alts made new bear market lows. Like I was saying, for 2 years that alts were going to do, make new bear market lows. And Bitcoin actually, which I only remembered last week, Bitcoin broke the price of the inauguration. So for as long as Bitcoin existed in this, we'll call it cycle, bull market, bear market, whatever, this overall 4-year cycle, 2 facts were broken. Okay? Or not 2 facts, but 2 nevers or whatever. Never took the all-time high pre-halving. It did that. Cycle's broken. Just in case that wasn't enough, the price of Bitcoin at the inauguration has never been taken until this time. So that's 2 things that have never happened that just happened. Cycle's broken. Don't care. Bull market, bear market, ES and NQ are at all-time highs. So they are definitely not in a bear market. I'll tell you that. Right? At the end of the day, we're traders. I don't care if it's a bull market or a bear market. I don't care. But I'm not entitled either. It can go up if it wants to. It's possible that the low is in. Do I think it's likely? No. But it's possible. Anything is possible. It would be, how about this? Look. Watch this, okay? You could argue that Bitcoin has never put in a low like it has now. And I would be inclined to agree with you. I think you would be completely delusional to argue that. Because it has, every single time it's swept the low again, right? It has never not swept the low. But what did I just tell you about the cycle? It also never took all-time high pre-halving, and it also never broke the inauguration price. So there's no such thing as never. There is no such thing as never. No such thing. Is it possible the low is in? It's possible. Do I think it's in? No. But it's possible, yeah. Anything is possible. Geo, what does the Nexus teach? Is the course updated to new stuff? Well, my friend, you came to the right person to ask. Enter the nexus.com. Let's see what we see over here. Okay, by the way, while I pull this up, my friends, I don't know how many likes we have on the stream. I can't see and I'm too lazy to check. We have 130 people in here. If you're just tuning in right now, first of all, my name is Gio and I teach you why the market moves the way that it does. Okay, I'm very good at what I do. I'm not saying that to brag. I'm saying that as facts. I'm good at what I do. Okay, I'm just being honest. It's a pleasure for me to serve you. I have been absent on YouTube, but I want to be consistent on YouTube again. Okay, it's an absolute pleasure for me to have you here. Thank you for being here and hanging out with me. All right, hopefully we can make some money together. And if you are old here, well then, one love, baby. You already know what's up. Okay. Gio, what do we learn in the Nexus? Let's take a look. How will we learn in the Nexus? The Nexus trading course. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to say. I don't know how many likes I have, but every 100 likes we get, we'll do a Nexus internship giveaway where you're going to get access to modules 1, 2, and 3 for free. But to answer your question, what do we learn? We learn about risk management. We learn about market structure. We learn about smart money. We learn about ranges. We learn about how to execute and looking at order flow. And I'm currently working on module 7, which is tools and indicators. These tools and indicators are what allowed me to get into this long trade earlier today. Right here. I had a 14 risk reward trade. And that was when we were at $400 ago. 14 risk reward trade. So my risk reward now is much, much greater. This is what we're going to learn in module 7. And I'm hoping that module 7, I'm working on it. Last week, like I said, I had migraines all week. So, you know, it wasn't really ideal for me. I was kind of in a lot of pain last week. So I wasn't able to work on it. But, yeah. All right. Crypto Queen says, Nexus is the best value out there. Geo's in there 24/7. No other Discord like it. I appreciate you, my New York Tilted crown queen. Not tilted, but not centered. ETF, new Wall Street changes things for sure. I think we're going to take the ETF people out, though. The fact that the market is at all-time high while the world is at the worst possible just says enough that nothing for certain. Yeah, that's another thing. I counter trade news all the time. People are like, oh, yeah, I guess war is bullish. Bro, like, the TA was bullish. It wasn't the war. Anyway, to that individual earlier that was talking to me about low time frame shit. Hello, look at what's happening. I already told you. That's the target. That's the high. Let's see if we make it. I bet you we will. And I said it from down here. Solana will outperform Ethereum. I agree with that. I do agree. I definitely agree with you. Definitely. Gotta go. Good sharing. Till next time. Maybe we will hit 87K. Take care, my friend. I will see you soon. One love. Why was this my idea? Well, by the way, Indy, you're asking a lot of good questions. So thank you for asking these questions and providing yourself and others a learning opportunity. If you guys don't ask, I can't answer, right? So what do we have? We have a range. We actually just talked about this on a higher time frame. But let's look at it here. We have a range. This is a range. Why is this a range? Because in an uptrend, as you learn in the Nexus trading course in ranges, in an uptrend, you're going to pull your range from your high to your low. And then when the midpoint line is touched, you are in your range. So this is a range. And then what do you have on the low? You deviate the range low. You had a model 2 accumulation on the range low. And you have nothing but liquidity to the upside right here. So what's your target? Your target is the other side of the range. Now, does it make sense to stop on the other side of the range? Well, no. We have all this liquidity. So why would anybody be bearish right now? That makes no sense whatsoever. So you would TP. You would have longed here. You would have TP'd here. And let's just say you're not as experienced. Okay. You long on the break. You cover the low. You target the high. That's a 2 risk reward trade right there. Give or take. Maybe just under 2. I don't want to cheat it. Fine. The Nexus knows how to enter from here, though. Okay. So they probably would have gotten a 6 risk reward trade. And I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I probably would have gotten like a 10 or 12 risk reward trade on this. And then some. And then some. Okay. And then some. And you might say, well, Gio, how are you so arrogant to think that you would have gotten that? Well, need I remind you what my entry is right now currently? This is my current trade right now. I'm in from 79,843 and the low is 79,811. So I got in, and this is way more volatility than we had now, but I got in $32 off the low. So yeah, I know how to do it. You know? Anyways, does it need to stop here? No. Is it likely to stop here? No. It's not likely. Sorry. Sorry to the bears. It's not likely at all. Not at all. In fact, there's nothing but liquidity to the upside. Right? Funding is negative. People are shorting. People are shorting. Understand what I'm telling you. I'm not telling you this. I'm not telling you this just to tell you. I don't try to push narratives. I don't care if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I'll come out and I'll say I'm wrong. I have no problem being wrong. I like being wrong because then I get to learn. But people like this dude earlier in the chat that try to force a narrative. I'm not trying to force anything. I'm just telling you exactly what I think. Bam. Target neutralized right there. Right there. See you later. Peace out. Does it make sense to stop here? No. Would I TP here? You know what I would do in this case for trade management? I would aggressively trail my stop loss. I would not even NNTP here. NNTP is a term that I created called non-negotiable take profit. I would not NNTP here because it doesn't make sense to stop here anyway. It makes no sense to stop here. So I would trail an aggressive stop loss. Right now, if I got in from here, I would either put my full stop loss here, or I would keep my stop here and I would put like a partial TP here, and I would walk the partial TP up. I would follow it. So right now, let's just say you're going to take 50% out on your target and then you're going to hold a moon bag. That means you would have TP'd right here and you missed out on all of this. Your second option that you can do is you can put a partial TP on this break so that if it comes back, it takes you out on where you would have taken profit anyway. Or you can just follow it, right? This is a demand zone. And this demand zone right here, this demand zone is on your range POC We already know it makes way more sense to go higher. Don't listen to what that guy said earlier where he said short Bitcoin. If you did that, you would have just gotten destroyed. So I would very highly advise against listening to him. But this is your demand zone. So right now, if you're not in, this is a demand and it's on the POC, and it makes no sense to go down from here. Like to go much lower, I mean. So what you do, or what I would do, I'll tell you what I would do. And this is the trade that I would give the Nexus is if price comes down and it hits that demand zone and it flips structure, I would long this shit out of that. And I would TP up here. I would TP it at 81.3. That's what I would do. That's a valid trade. That's a 6 risk reward trade. And we do this shit all day in the Nexus. We do it all day. We on average get 1 trade a day. We didn't get a good trade yesterday. We on average get 1 good one a day. But like, you see what I'm saying? Like if it's really, when you put the whole picture together, I mean, it's very quite simple, right? That's why I say, my name is Gio and I teach you why the market moves the way that it does. Because I don't just trade. I'm not just respectfully. I'm not just trading red dots and shit and green dots. I don't do that. Everything makes sense. I make sense of what's happening. I teach you why the market moves the way that it does. And you can learn all this in the description down below. Enter thenexus.com. It's going to be the best $100 investment you ever make. I promise you that. You're going to get so much value from there. There is no other Discord like we do it. I'm active 24/7. I'm in there 24/7. I'm updating them 24/7. And if anybody in here is in the Nexus and I'm lying, tell me that I'm lying. Dude, the funny thing is, every time I take a partial TP, I end up making the same amount in the end if I sold it full where you took a partial. Oh, really? Interesting. Yeah, but you got to understand too, like, does this make sense to stop here? No. So in this case, I wouldn't, even though it's technically an NNTP, I wouldn't TP here. I would walk it up. I would walk it up. That's what I do. Shouts out to Alex Crypto. God bless you, bro. You're not the Nexus and I'm telling the truth. One love, bro. I hope you're doing well. We need to catch up, man. I walked so many steps today, dude. So many steps. What's the link? The link is right here, bro. Link is in the description. Right there. Enter thenexus.com. Come hang, guys. Come hang. Listen, you're going to learn it all. I'm in there. It's a very simple... Not simple. It's a very clear and concise way to learn. It's a complete network. You get the course. You get my live streams in the morning. You get my real-time updates 24/7. You learn how I enter, how I execute, what I'm looking for, how I make sense of everything. And I'm currently working on Module 7. Like, it's a full package. It's not like, you know, when you go to school, let's say you go to school to become a lawyer, and then you're like, you pass school, and now you have to just, like, learn how to be a lawyer and go on your own. It's not like that. Like, it's like co-op as well. You get to learn everything. You get my mentorship. We don't do one-on-ones, but if anyone asks me a question, I'm in there 24/7. Look, Gio, check out Soul. It's coming way down. Can I show you the structure? Look, shouts out to Jeff. Says this. Okay, if I'm around, I can answer it. If I'm not, somebody else will answer you. You know, you get access to the entire network. Let's take a look. Wow. We swept the low that I said I wanted to sweep. We have an accumulation on the low. What's the structure? Let's see what the structure is. This shit looks good to me. I'm not bearish on Soul, I'll tell you that. Pump time, baby. It's pump time. I'm sick of the bears' shit, to be honest. So what do? We came in, we swept the low. Okay. What's your structure coming out of it? Did we sweep any of these lows? I don't know if we did. Yeah, we did. What's your structure? We have down. We have up. We have down. We have up. This is your false first break. Higher, low, higher, high. This low shouldn't need to go. We should not need to come back for that low. What did you come into? You came into this demand zone. Did we hit it? You just missed it. Okay, we can come to the low. If we do come back for the low, that's a swing long. Where are you longing it to? Well, what's your next notable supply zone that wasn't mitigated? Was this high? So guess what? If we take the low out again, hell yeah, there's a long on Soul right here. Boom. Stop loss under the order block, and then up there. That's a 11 risk reward trade I just gave you for free. Now, Gio, what if it doesn't go down there? Because it doesn't need to go down there. Why would it need to? We already did our false first break. Does it make sense to? It can. Does it need to? No. So what would I do? Okay. You try to follow it up. We have a target. Your target is clear as day, and it's probably going to go much higher than this, by the way. I'm targeting 112. I'm targeting 112. in the higher grand scheme of things, let me just update my boy here. Look, you guys asked me a question and I'm in there. Boom. There you go. So how do you get in if you are not in and if we don't go there? Well, this is a demand zone as well. So if we come down to here and you get a structure flip in there, I'm longing the shit out of that. Bro, I'm long in the crib. I'm going to long the fucking crib if that happens. Right? And there's no need to TP. Look at this. Look at this liquidity. Look at all the bears, man. Everybody's so trigger happy. Look at the liquidity. Why would I TP? This can easily go here. Easy. Bro, this freaking here. Guys, I'm cutting the mullet off. Oh. Model 1 distribution on Sol on the 5-minute time frame. Model 1 distribution on the 5-minute time frame. I don't agree with that. I think there was a Model 1 distribution. Actually, this is so bullish. There was a distribution here and then that distribution V'd out. This is super bullish. There's no way. If you put a gun to my head, I would not short. I would not short Solana. Gun to my head, I wouldn't short Sol. You do you. I'm not telling you what to do. The other day I said I wasn't going to short Bitcoin and that ended up being the high. And then somebody's like, you convinced us. You convinced us not to take it. I didn't fucking convince you to anything. I never tell you guys what to do, ever. I don't even tell the Nexus what to do. I don't tell the Nexus what to do. I tell them what I'm doing. USDT update. Look, watch. Watch. I'm NNTP here. Look at this. Watch. Once this momentum trend lines breaks, I will TP one more quarter for a total 75% and hold a 25% moon bag. Look, for risk reward, and we'll look for a new trade. 50% out, and I'm holding a moon bag. Stop is in prop. Look, I don't ever tell them what I look at this. Look. Going to break even as soon as this local high gets taken. This was the long that we took. Break even now, free trade. Look at this. Watching this zone, I will enter aggressively if I see divs. I don't tell anybody what to do. I do not tell anybody what to do. If you put a gun to my head, I wouldn't short Solana right now. I actually wouldn't short anything. I think we're very due for a very big move to the upside. Incredibly big. Anyways, I'm cutting my mullet off, man. I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of this, to be honest. There's no need to come. I agree. How can I validate the Model 1? Do I need market cipher? The best trading I do is with no indicators, bro. I trade way better without indicators. Way better. And by the way, look, you do you. I'm not in Solana right now. If I was in Solana, this is a swing long. Every long is a swing long, in my opinion. Every single long is a swing long. Shorts are scalps. Longs are swings. Because the market, it doesn't make sense to go lower from here. Nothing has, like, it makes no sense to go lower. We just spent 2 hours talking about why it makes no sense to go lower. Simon says, nice way to wake up. Geo is live. I appreciate you, bro, man. I see you all the time on commenting on my YouTube. And I have to say, man, like, the amount of hate I get lately is crazy. But you make it better, and everyone else that supports me. So I appreciate you, bro. I see you. Don't think I don't see it. I do see it. I do see it, and I appreciate you. Guys, 86 likes, 135 people in here. If we can get to 100 likes, I will give away a Nexus internship for free, where you get access to the Nexus for 1 week for free, and you get access to half of the modules. Also, if you're new here, let me know how you found me. If this is your first time, if we're meeting for the very first time, let me know how you found me. How are you here? And where are you from? And welcome. It's an absolute pleasure for me to serve you. I hope that I could teach you a thing or two. I really hope that you take what I have to offer and you absorb it. Because this game is a lot of fun when you know it. I don't have the biggest channel, and I don't want to have the biggest channel because those guys don't know what the fuck they're doing. But no, bro, I don't need market cipher. I don't. I trade way better with no indicators, to be honest with you. To be completely honest. Your guy scalps but seems to struggle with the bigger picture. It'll help you, man. It'll help you. So, like we said on Bitcoin, you know, the target was the high, and it makes no sense to stop on the high, and now we're here. Makes no sense. Why would we not go for all the liquidity? Everybody's bearish. Everybody's shorting. You know? Why would it... Not new, but not too active in YouTube. I think you followed me from Tino's or Jay's. Probably Jay, because I don't think Tino has ever shouted me out. But pleasure, man. I have been away from YouTube as well. So I used to stream every day, man. I used to stream every day. We used to sing. We used to have a good time. And then, to be honest, I'm a little bit bitter right now because people are mean. But whatever, fuck it. I gotta learn to stop being such a pussy. Excuse my language. Sorry. Adrian, I'm new. YouTube just recommended my live. Instantly followed you. Adrian, welcome. It's a pleasure for me to serve you, my friend. How long have you been trading for? Let me know. Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk dirty to me. All right, let me go get water real quick. Let me actually see the poll. What did you guys say? 47 people, or 47% thinks the high is not in. 37% thinks selling may walk away. Interesting. All right, give me a sec. I'll be back. I'm going to go get water. We've been talking a hot minute here. I'll be back. Yo, you guys remember when I was gonna do you guys remember when I was gonna do the 24-hour stream? 24-hour live stream? Maybe we'll do that again. But here's the well, not again, but we'll do that. But here's the thing. I go to New York on Friday. And then I come back Monday. And then I need to finish Module 7. Once Module 7 is out and the Nexus needs to absorb that content, that's when I'll do a 24-hour live stream. I'll hit up all my trader friends. I'll like schedule them in. I need help. I need Phoenix. If I'm gonna do that, I need Phoenix. You just don't see how it would help. You've been fine so far. Help with what? What are you talking about? Did I say something? My bad. I don't remember what I said. Oh, you're gonna be in New York? Are you doing a show? MCB. Honestly, you don't need it. Well, in my opinion, you don't need it to trade. I trade better with no indicators. I'm way better with no indicators. Been trading for a year and a half. Right now, finish your trading bots. Learning to trade on the way. Okay. Cool, man. Cool. What time frame am I in? Well, I mean, I don't really. I'm in all of them, broski. You're doing a rooftop. I have actually. So I'm there for a wedding, but my wedding is Sunday night. You know what? I'm gonna text you. Can you text me the details? Cause I'm there with family, but if I can make it out, I will. I'm super down to come watch you. I don't know if I'll be able to though, but text me the details, please. Just hit me on my phone. We'll see if we can do something. If you're down, if you're down to have me. I'll hit you, man. I'll hit you up. When are you playing? When do you go on? Like midnight? Are you downtown? Downtown Hattie? I don't know, bro. It could have been in like Brooklyn or something. Or like Jersey. I don't know, man. I don't go there. I don't work there. Oh, it is in Brooklyn. Oh, okay. Okay, I'll hit you up, bro. I'm down. Bitcoin won't reverse until it tries to hit 90K. I agree with you. I think we're going higher. I think everybody's bearish. Let's see what my fans are saying. Just kidding. That's sarcasm because everybody hates on me. Everybody's mean to me. Follow me on X, guys. I even said here, look. Who wants an update? And then I said, I'll do an update for you guys on YouTube when I get home. This was 5 hours ago. Spoiler, I still do not think the high is in. You get a lot of useful info here on X. All along 84 to 86. I agree. I think we go higher. Why does it pump when you need to sleep? Look at this. Look at this. Look. What kind of an answer? You help people for free. You help people for free. You tell everybody since 62K, 86K, 86K, 86, since 62K. That's such a crank. Look at this. Look how they treat me. Look at this one. Wait. This guy. I have to block him. Look. Look what he says. Look. Where is it? Look. Wait, that's not it. Oh, he deleted it. Wow. Wow. Pity. Okay. I'll find my tweet. Oh, funny how they delete the tweets, huh? Interesting. Where is it? What the fuck is that? Where's the tweet? Oh, look. Post was deleted. So sad. So sad. Bears are in control. Because I said bear trap. This was a bear trap. Look. Anyway. Look what I said. When you try to follow me again, you won't be able to now. How sad. What a pity. What a pity for this guy. Let's go find his thing again. Sad. I wish I could help. Anyway. So as I said earlier, this would have been your long down here. I didn't take it, but I said it. I'm already in a long though. And I wouldn't even TP until I would try to follow it up. These are all swing longs. Every single long is a swing long. Even if we're at the high, it's still a swing long because we're not at the high. Market makers are making it harder for retail traders. I kind of agree with that. Kind of agree. Kind of agree. They don't fool me ever. Not ever. I can't say ever. They don't fool me, but they just make it zigzag so much. And it's like, what the fuck was that? Okay, guys, 3 likes. 3 more likes, and we'll do a giveaway here. We'll do a Nexus. Listen, if we can get 3 more likes in the next... Right now, my time on the top, you're going to have to just take my word for it. This says 9:34. If I can get 3 likes by the time it's 9:35 and I'm watching it, I'm not going to cheat. I'll do 2 giveaways. 2 Nexus internships. I need 2 more likes by the time that hits 9:35, and I'm not cheating. And it needs to stay on my screen. Okay, this is 90. I'm at 90. Okay, there we go. We got it. We got it. Do I have a Telegram? I do not have a Telegram. Only Discord. Bro, I'm mad bullish on ES and NQ. There's nothing to be bearish about. And remember, the longer that bid, in my opinion, this is just my opinion. Look, this is why you need to follow me on X, because I do giveaways on X too. This is why you need to follow me on X. I said this. Where are we here? Look at this. May 7th. Higher still the most probable. All swings are whatever. Where is it? What did I say? I'm pretty sure I said the higher. Anyway, whatever. The longer we don't pop off, in my opinion, the longer we don't break out, the higher it'll go. I am shocked. Like, I'm in denial. I am in denial that we're not at 86 yet. I would have thought, dude, I've been talking about 86K for like 70 days. When was the first time? Listen, Nexus people that are in here, when was the first time I talked about 86K? When was the first time? Like, do you remember? It was at least, like, minimum, absolute bare minimum 60 days ago. Minimum 60 days. Since we've been talking about 68 or 86K. Minimum. How many days has this been? 45 days. It was before that. It was before. I think it was from here. I think it was like since, give or take, like end of February, beginning of March. Okay, minimum 55 days. 50 days. 55 days. Anyway. Okay, let's do our giveaway. Let's do a giveaway. I'm excited, man. This is the first time we hit 100 likes. Well, to be fair, I haven't really been streaming often, so it's more of a me problem. But I'm excited to do some giveaways, man. I want to give opportunities to people, but I also need to be fair to myself, and that's what we just did. So thank you guys for hitting the like. Thank you guys for kicking it with me. Let's do giveaways, man. Let's do a couple giveaways. Let's do a couple giveaways. You know what we'll do? Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to do 2 giveaways right now for Nexus internships. For the ones that don't know, okay, the Nexus interns, they get access to the first 3 modules of the course for free, and they get access to the full Nexus for 1 week. Okay? You will make money, very likely. Nothing's ever 100%, but very likely we'll make money in that week, all right? You'll see how we get down in the Nexus for real. Okay? Here's what we'll do. I'll do 2 giveaways now on YouTube, and then I'll do one giveaway for Twitter. And I'll do the giveaway on Twitter. I'll do the giveaway today, and then I'll give the winner the giveaway tomorrow. But this is a good time to come and follow me on X because, like I said, I do post a lot of value. And I've been on X way more than I've been on YouTube lately. And I actually gained some followers, like a good amount of followers recently. So you have to follow to enter the X one. Okay. Here, we're going to do a YouTube comment picker. So let's do that. YouTube comment picker. Do I have any YouTube shorts that I can post right now? Hold on. Let's see. It's only when I'm lying in bed on my own, when I wake up and don't see your name on my phone. It's in the morning and I think that I'm better alone. Oh, I do have some YouTube shorts. Hold on, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna post this. All right. Yeah, I'm sold. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna say, is the high in for hashtag Bitcoin? Okay, here's what we're gonna do, my dearest friends. I'm gonna make this public. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. This is what we're gonna do. So you're in the stream, okay? Make sure you like the stream, which is good, cool, great, wonderful, beautiful. I'm going to post a link here in a second. I need you to go to that link, okay? Go to that link. Hit the like on that YouTube short. It helps me, okay? I'm engagement farming. I'm not trying to trick you. I'm not beating around the bush about it. I am doing it, but I need to grow, right? We're doing shit for free. That's how it works, right? So I'm engagement farming, yes. I need you to go there, hit the like button for me, and drop a Nexus tree, just a tree. Say whatever you want. I don't care. Gio, you suck. Gio, you're ugly. Gio, you're so sexy. And put a tree emoji. Okay, it has to have a tree emoji. Drop a comment, like it, put a tree emoji, come back here and tell me that you did it. Okay, and then I'll choose 2 winners, and then I'll do 1 giveaway on X. I'll post the giveaway now, and then I'll do the actual giveaway. I'll give it away tomorrow. Okay, sound like a plan? Does everyone understand? So go to this video. I'm gonna post the link right now. Go to this video. Say whatever you want. I don't care. Roast me. Say I'm ugly. Say my voice sucks. Call me gay. I don't care. Say whatever you want. Put a tree emoji. Like it. Come back here. Tell me when you did it. In the meantime, have a little bit of fun, shall we? And I'm lying in bed on my own. When I wake up and don't see your name on my phone. It's in the moment when I think that I'm better alone. That's when I remember. Every time I walk past your house in the rain. When I tell myself that you were the biggest mistake. Let's get money, mother. Get money. All right, let's do the giveaway. All right, let's do it. Let me know when you guys are done. I'm going to give it a couple minutes. All right, let's hit this real quick. Come on now. So we're going to do 2 giveaways. Let's go.
Let's get money.
Yeah.
Money.
My OGs remember this one.
Money. Money.
And I'm cutting the mullet off.
Money. Money.
I am cutting the mullet off.
Money. Money.
Money.
Money.
Hey, 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 hey,
Money. Let's get money, motherfucker, get money. Let's get me, motherfucker, get money.
You know, everybody's been saying it's a bull trap. What I've been saying is a bear.
Let's get money. Let's get money, motherfucker, get money.
Hey, ba, 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 ba.
Let's get money.
Ba, 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 ba.
Money.
like and you have to comment. So you have to like, go to the video, comment whatever you want, say whatever you want. Put a tree emoji. If it doesn't have a tree, it's fine, but put a tree emoji. It's cooler. Say whatever you want. Don't care. And then I'm going to pick 2 people here. Okay? Let's get you guys in. Let's have some fun. All right? And if you're in the Nexus and you win, you can give it to somebody if you want. Okay? Done farming. I'm done farming. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. All right? I'm going to give it like 30 seconds. Hey, pretty baby with the... Okay, 20 seconds right now. Go, 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 go. And we're gonna do a YouTube comment picker right here. So y'all know I ain't cheating. Come on now, let's go. You know, everybody's been saying it's a bull trap. You give me fever like I never ever known. Loving you, oh yeah. There we go. Come on, baby. Feel your people from now. Did you guys watch the Michael Jackson movie? Paint the town. All right, let's do it. 2 people, 2 winners. Way you make me feel, way you turn me on, you knock me off on my feet now, baby. All right, first winner is da-da-da-da and loneliness. Oh yeah. PC Master, you are the winner of our first Nexus internship. Congratulations, my friend. Here's what I need you to do. I don't know if you guys can hear me well, but we're gonna lower this for a little bit. All right, here's what I need you to do, my friend. I need you to come over to the Discord. We have a free section of the Discord. The link is in the description for the Discord if you are not already in here, okay? I need you to come and open up a ticket. Come and open up a ticket. The way you make me feel. Okay, I'm gonna post the link in the general. Go there and open up a ticket and send me a screenshot of your YouTube card. This thing, send me a screenshot of that. You are the winner. Okay. And let's roll again. Are you guys ready to roll it again? Congratulations. And we'll see you in there. And I hope you learn a lot. It's a pleasure for me to serve you. Okay? Round 2, baby. Round 2. Make me feel. Come on, let's hit this. Ready? You knock me off on my feet now, baby. My lonely days are gone. Oh yeah. Woo. All right, winner number 2 is, how do I do it again? Pick a new winner. Is ain't nobody been. Oh yeah, come on now. Chillian, congratulations. You are the winner of our second giveaway, my friend. I need you to do the same thing that you just did, that my friend just did. I need you to head over to the Discord. Congratulations to you. I need you to open up a ticket. I need you to send your YouTube card, and we will get you those internships. And you know what I'm gonna do, guys? I'm gonna do a little something too. I'm gonna give away one more, but this next one is gonna be reaction time. All right, we're gonna do a reaction. We're not gonna do the Twitter one. We'll do Twitter one next time. This one's gonna be a reaction one. So what's gonna happen for this one is I'm gonna give you guys a link. You have to go to the link that I sent you, otherwise it's not gonna work. It's a specific, exclusive Nexus internship link. And then I'm going to give you a word, okay? The word is going to be in all capitals. Whatever word it is, You're going to put that. Can you give your win to somebody else? Absolutely, you can. Pick who you want. No problem. The word that I give you is going to be all cap. I'll show you guys here. Let me just show you. Let's do one more. Chilean, whoever you want to give it to, go for it. Ain't nobody business. Ain't nobody business. Ain't nobody business. How's our trade doing? All right, we're okay. Rock your tie. Feel your fever from miles around. Hey, you do the reaction test? Okay. Paint the town. That you're the one for the way you make me feel. You really turn me on. Oh yeah, you knock me off on my feet now, baby. My lonely days are gone. Oh yeah. All right, let's get these coupon codes. Lonely days are gone. Yeah, people from miles around. Something made the town. Kiss me, baby, and tell me twice. You're the one for me. I didn't even mean to do that, but okay. Works for me. That's a banger. All right, I'm going to get you guys the link here right now. I'm not trying to waste more of your time. My apologies. I'm just going as fast as I can here. Come on now. It's steady. Where are you going? Oh. Okay, and then when you come, and I pick up whenever you call. All right, Okay, here's what we're gonna do. My dearest friends, here's what we're gonna do, okay? We're gonna do one more. Let's do one more giveaway for you guys, okay? Wait, who won? Who won the giveaway? I just saw first person to type whatever. Oh, does Payor win? Are you giving it to Payor? My lonely days are gone, yeah, yeah. So kiss me, baby, and tell me twice that you're the one for me, the way you make me feel. All right, Payor, you are the winner, my friend. You know what to do. Come to the Discord, open up a support ticket, drop your card. Congratulations. Let's do one more giveaway. This one's going to be a reaction one, though, okay? So here's what I need you guys to do. I need you to go to this link. This is not like a promo or anything. This is, where the hell did my notes thing go? Oh. Right here. Okay, I need you to go to this link. It has to be this link or it's not going to work. I don't get anything. This is not like a bait thing, by the way. This is not like engagement farming or whatever. You need to go to that link for this code to work, okay? I'm going to type the word. So here's what you do. You have to go to that link. And then when you're at that link, I'm going to show you. Don't pay $500 for it. You don't even need to put in a credit card. You're going to go here. You're going to click on have a coupon. And whatever coupon word that I give you right now, it's all capitals, okay? You're going to put the code here, and then you're going to press sign up. The first person that does it, there's only one. Only one is going to work. The first person that does it is the person that's going to get it, okay? I'm going to say it, and I'm going to type it in the chat at the same time, okay? And then I'm going to end the stream right away. I'm going to give you a little pro tip. If you right-click on the screen and you change it to 2x speed, YouTube, it's a stream, right? YouTube will fast forward the part of the stream, the data that has already come to you but hasn't played yet. Okay? If you right-click and you fast forward and you catch up, you'll get to the most real time you can possibly get. I'm also going to type it. Does everybody understand the rules? Yes, no? Are you guys, am I still live? Are y'all still with me?
Like a moth to a flame, I'll pull you in, I'll pull you
You ready?
back to what you need, a new
Anybody out there? Am I still live?
It's just one call.
All right. My dearest friends, thank you very much. Thank you very much for an amazing stream. It's a good stream to be back. I'm feeling a lot better. Thank you for kicking it with me. Your word. Go to that link. Fast forward the stream. All capitals. Your word is truffles. 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 Good luck. Congratulations to the winner, and I will see you guys next time. One love.
Set my heart on fire.